Good morning. Um, I guess I'm trying to keep my cheese touch low. So by posting, so I just feel so um, conveyed to post. Conveyed? I don't think that's the right word. Um, just reporting the news. Very, I feel like I could just cry probably all day long thinking about this stuff. Um, Even just saying that, it makes me want to like break down and cry. So when I cry, um, flooding happens. And it generally happens in the places that are hearing me and are fighting back against my tears, fighting for their innocence, that sort of thing. So when the occurrence occurs, the babies get speed and electricity, and the moms get ecstasy. So I think that drugs should be legal because how real are drugs in the first place if they're getting these substances from not even having substances in the house, but they're getting them from the occurrence occurring? And I'm going to have to pull all of that energy back. And thank you for that download. I believe that one was a download that I pulled back from Sonia Choquette, the famous psychic. Yes. And I was friends with her daughters. Yes. Like actual friends. And they probably had tasks over the years too that they didn't do. I did her daughter's website. Okay, I did artwork for her daughter's website, and I did Sonia Choquette's best friend's website, who's a shaman. So yeah, they probably got in a really big trouble back then when they were making the princess work, and they were, I mean, you're a psychic, lady Sonia. You're a freaking psychic. You're not told that your daughter's friend is the princess of everything. If you weren't told that, and you're number one, a parent, number two, a psychic, um, because parents are always told the truth. Parents are always told the truth. But Sabrina is probably was off the hook for a little while until she got the jealous thing. So Sabrina, I'm so jealous of your absolutely perfect apartment in Los Angeles. It was absolutely gorgeous, and that you could afford all of the towels from Anthropology, which are like $30 for like a tiny ass towel, and your entire freaking apartment in Los Angeles was decked out with um, Anthropology towels. Totally jealous. Plus, you had like the most beautiful, like, it had like the most beautiful detailings on the walls and the windows, and gigantic windows with beautiful LA trees outside and a beautiful neighborhood, and like very airy feel to this apartment, and like a really big wooden kitchen table with beautiful peonies, which are both of our favorite flowers. And you could afford like fresh flowers every day. Like, totally jealous. I'm extremely jealous of you, Sabrina. Okay, because I got to bring the jealousy back home. Okay, guys, that's what I'm doing. Maybe you should have bought me some peonies, Sabrina. So, anyway, um, yeah, like, fake princess living in like a luxury apartment in Los Angeles while real princess is living in a tiny little studio apartment in Los Angeles with her dog. I think I was living in my studio then. I don't really remember, but definitely wasn't ever living in a luxury apartment like that, Sabrina. I think they all live in Paris now. I don't know. I think Sonia definitely does. I'm not sure where Sabrina lives anymore. Nor do I really care. Hi, Sabrina. I'm basically talking to her right now. She probably lives in Valencia, Spain. Um, anyway, thanks for the DL. Okay, just saw bright green dragon pop again. I need to stop hitting that. It's probably annoying you guys. I mean, it would annoy me. So sorry guys about that. If you like loud bangs and like aggressive walking around and like banging around, this is the job for you. Imagine if they were like honest in job postings. Wouldn't that be amazing? Boss likes to bang, bang, slam their purse on their desk every morning while she huffs and puffs. And if there's a cabinet or anything that she can slam involved, she will slam it. So you must like aggressive sounds to take this job. Must like staring at boss's ugly face in this job. There's two ways you can turn your desk at this job. One, facing away your boss. Two, facing your boss. If you choose option number one, just know she will make the biggest deal out of it ever, and you will never live it down. And her name is Sabrina. Okay, so um ooh, it's like a bright greenish yellow pop. Sabrina, are you a dragon? I think her husband maybe is a dragon. If she's still married. I think she's on her like third marriage now or fourth marriage. Sabrina, I have like 20 husbands and I'm not allowed to get married because of people like you. A little help, please, from the psychic community. That would be great. Hey, guess what? We're the psychic community and we know exactly who the princess of everything is. Maybe you should help me instead of hurting me and trying to go back to 1995 and connecting to your guides when everything was super subtle. Like, we're never going back to 1995, Sabrina. Like, okay, that's something I just noticed yesterday is that the current another like group of current psychics on YouTube or whatever are like going back to like the Doreen Virtue era where like shit was like super subtle because I was trying to say it in like a funny way. Shit was like super subtle and like the veil was like super thick and everything and connecting with your guides was like kind of hard because like the energy was sort of like um equalized like around the United States. I don't know why I want me to say the United States, but it was sort of like more equal and it's basically when I was a human, obviously. And but they're like going back to like that time and like talking about it like it's that time. Like it's really hard to connect to your guides because things are really subtle. Like we don't all have telepathy in 2020 2028. It's 2028 apparently, guys. Um, yeah. Like we don't all have telepathy and all can't like hear double second technology literally every day of our lives. That's really not hard to connect to your guides when you hear, you know, the person talking and you hear their higher self going off or their lower self going off every freaking day. You know, it's not that hard. Okay, we're all feeling the technology. I'm pretty sure Rob said that last year. I feel the technology, and there's only one Rob in the entire world, and he's completely separate from everything else. And he's not a part of the entire whole, right? He isn't. He is. That's sarcasm. That's called sarcasm. Okay, I know it's hard for you guys. I know it's hard. So, yeah, we're gonna have to like rip back all of that energy from the mom and daughter, mom, son, mom, child narrative. We're gonna have to rip back all that energy and get back those substances that you actually don't have to take a freaking substance to get, right? And who else gets ecstasy when he is with his baby? Somebody who's a year younger than me. Wow, it has nothing to do with age. Isn't that funny? Or celebrity status, or fame, or familial status. Wow, isn't that interesting? I had a dream last night that I was with Mexican Juju. I'm in my backhanded compliment era. I guess gotta be like, I'm so freaking jealous, like, of Kim Kardashian because, like, she's a billionaire and I'm literally living at my parents' house. I'm so freaking jealous of my own wife. I mean, she's not my wife, so, like, why would I say that? I sound like a crazy person. But, like, I'm so jealous of Kim Kardashian in general. Like, she must have the best life ever. Like, she's this huge billionaire and like she's literally gorgeous and she gets to wear like all of the prettiest clothes ever. And like everybody wants to take her picture and like there's, like she gets to like eat fancy salads all the time and like have lots of cutlery that's her own, that she owns it, and she doesn't have to worry about like payment plans or anything. And she gets to like decide like the projects she wants to take on, and she gets to decide her work hours, and she gets to have a lot of kids, and she gets to have a lot of famous friends. And I'm just so jealous of her life and her lifestyle. It must be amazing. Okay. I mean, she gets to go to Halloween parties this year, and I'm not going to any Halloween parties, and I'm definitely jealous of that. And she gets to have two drinks. I'm so jealous. And like literally no smokes. Really, I'm like so jealous of Kim Kardashian. Oh my God. I am so jealous of Kim Kardashian. I've never met her in my life. I could name her from a lineup. That's about it. No idea like what her birthday is, her favorite color, how many siblings she has. Like I know nothing about her, and I probably never will. And that's why I'm super jealous because she literally looks like she has like the best. I mean, she has her own TV show. Like she has her own TV show and she gets millions of views and followers, and I get like 5 views. And I'm so jealous of that, guys. Okay. And I mean, think of all the salads that I could be eating. Like, it's really not fair. I think she probably has like some kind of oat tea in the morning. Like, she probably has some kind of like strawberry lychee vitamin tea in the morning with like, I kind of want to look up her. Like, I can't picture Kim having coffee in the morning or like any kind of substance. Like, it's not her deal, like substances, but like she completely forgot. Like, she has like missed time and everything. But I mean, okay, so okay, so the dream last night I was with Manchichi Link. Oh my God, it's like getting more and more like offensive by the day to like be us. That sucks. Um, I mean, am I supposed to like say that I'm a Barbie doll, guys? Like, is that not offensive? Or like a cute puppy dog? Really, guys? I look like a cute puppy dog to you? Really? Do you know how offensive that is? So, I was with Mexican Link last night and we were talking about dating, just talking, and I was just hanging out with him. Um um and then Ryan came home. And I think Mexican Link and I had a kid, but it was Fresh, my dog, but it was a kid. But I called him Fresh. And Ryan came home and basically he said like it's done talking about like Atlantis, and it's like we knew that we were overlays, that we were him and we were overlays in a family. So, yeah. And then what was the other dream? I had a dream with Doreen Virtue, and she was like in an LA apartment. And she was like, "You don't need an LA apartment. They're just all the same. Every single LA apartment's all the same." Isn't that funny? Like, I started off the broadcast talking about this beautiful LA apartment that this girl had. I mean, it was gorgeous. I've seen quite a few gorgeous apartments in LA that I could never afford. And I'm the queen of everything. So, yeah, great job, guys. Uh, so it was with Doreen in LA, and she was like, "It looks like," and she was on a computer, and she was like, "It looks like I need to look for a new car." And yeah, so Doreen is probably going to fill in from the top with the plate with her old Palladian, with Doreen's old Palladian personality, alien persona. I don't know what to say. So she's probably going to leave that Christian life behind because I just had a dream about it. And she's like, I need to pick a new car. And I was like, oh, okay, which one do you want to pick? Probably the one that your daughter wants, right? So Doreen was like, do you guys know who Doreen Virtue is? So she was like this really like just awesome lady in the spiritual community. And I just loved her to death. And she got taken off of planet to protect her during the energy transition, and she became a Christian, which is a bunch of bullshit. And you guys just died again. That's a long one. So yeah, so I had two. Those were my two interesting. I guess the Atlanteans are listening and the Pleiadians are listening in. And I think I said that yesterday with Sarah. Sarah. Oh my God, Sarah Paulson. How she is filling in. I just saw someone fill in. When I look at like around like that, it's like I see usually someone filling in. Or bodies dropping from the sky, which it's basically both, by the way, because somebody asked, is that like a body dropping from the sky, or is it someone filling in from 2027, or today it's 2028? And it's actually both, believe it or not. It's actually bodies dropping from the sky because it's like their higher self is like dying, and then it's like filling in, that energy is like filling into the people, the person. So, sorry about your mom during virtue. I remember when that broke your heart. This is a random customer from a long time ago. Oh, Catherine. I think it's Catherine. Um, yeah, that was like really sad. That's something I could also cry about right now. Catherine has a task if she's coming through. That's just what that means. I wouldn't say Catherine and Sabrina are the same thing, but yeah. Um, it's like you know what to do by now. You know what I mean, guys? Like you guys all know what to do by now. Like you want my dad to like show the wrath. Like that's just weird. It's just weird. And definitely, we're definitely protecting some people with Solara, and there's nothing you can do about it. Okay. Like the people that you think you can hurt people I love, and like you literally can't. Okay. It's like not allowed. Um, and thank you to Daily Mail for helping. Thank you to all of the helpers in the 3D world that are showing our support and showing that you're on our side. I do appreciate all of the help in the physical world, which is what is truly needed right now, or you will end up like Valencia, Spain. Okay, it's just because it's just so sad. It's going to make me cry, and so thank you for all the physical help. I really do appreciate that. And what else? I think that's it. The two dreams. I did not go to the void last night. I keep thinking like, oh, okay, I'm probably going to go to the void tonight, and I don't. And that's because people are standing up for me. The reason I'm not going to the void, and I might have said this before, but I probably have to drill it into your skull, is because people, yes, actual 3D people, are standing up for me, and energy effects matter. And I think I mentioned this before too. It's like you got to stand up for me, and then you have to wait. And if nobody else stands up for me, it gets worse and worse and worse. And then eventually I go to the void. Okay. Um, and that's exactly what happened last year. So it's a momentum game. So, like, and obviously it can be random people because this is being broadcast to 8 billion people right now. And, like I already said, like, it's like a points game. So, like, one person gave me a cigarette yesterday, one person didn't give me a cigarette yesterday. That affected all of the Pleiadians, like all the Pleiadians that are not filled in, that are filling in from hell, and they're not filling in from space. That affected all of them, a lot of them, a big group of them, and they're all intending to fill in from space. And yes, there will be fights and there will be physical fights, okay? And because the hell piece and the Palladian piece have to fight for dominance in the body. And some of the hell pieces will win, okay? Not all the Palladians, just because they're from space, doesn't mean they're stronger than the hell pieces. Some of the hell pieces might be more in line with some of the Palladian pieces. So you kind of have to get it out of your head that like Palladians are good and like beings from hell are bad, okay? I mean, how many times have I said I'm a demon, okay? I am a demon. God is a literal demon. So like you have to like get that perspective out of your head completely, okay? The demons are bad or hell is bad or anarchy is bad or chaos is bad or like, you know, things that you would see in hell are bad, okay? That's not the case at all. It's a video game. Don't you play horror video games? This is a video game, okay? There's horror video game levels in this video game. Okay, so it's not bad. It's a video game. How bad is a video game? Do you turn on a video game and you're like, "Oh, this is evil. This is bad." No. What? What? Just bacon. I eat bacon every morning. I never eat pork roll in the morning. I don't, I have no idea what I was saying now. Totally interrupted my train of thought. Um, I forgot what I was saying. Sorry, guys. Oh, you guys died again. You guys keep dying. Um, yeah. Oh, the Palladian. Okay, so the Palladians and the Hell piece, Hell aspect. Okay, like, and they would have like cool Palladian names too if people talked about Hell more. Like, like maybe you guys can tell us like what your planet is called and stuff like that. That would be awesome. Like, 'cause I don't remember ever making a Pleiades or Pleiadians, but like there it is. We already know it's like a word. So I'm sure like the hell aspects have um I'll just make a note, gravity. Gravity. So yeah, like I wonder what their planets are called. Like that would be cool if you guys could tell us your. That's what I'm saying. Like it's a video game. Like I wish you would tell us your levels. Like maybe your planet's called Silent Hill. Because there's like a lot of Silent Hill's like my favorite, one of my favorite video games, and there's like a lot of that. That's actual true reality from hell. And yeah, so some of the hell pieces are going to fill in, and there's okay, and I think next year, which it might be next year it might be already next year, but it's like we're still kind of like, I don't know if it's next year or not already or not, because like this year's been awful, but it's already starting to slip into next year because of Jason Momoa and his black belt and everything. And Jason Momoa and his black belt. Yeah, so it's like we're already going into that next layer, which will be a lot easier to deal with, I hope. Unless it's like unnecessary. I don't know. So, okay, gravity is not real. And I was going over it with the scientist last night, Peter. It's probably a lot more other scientists than just Peter, but I was discussing gravity with Peter because we were talking because he was listening to my moon landing broadcast, and we were thinking about Solara and like the last time this happened, and he was like, that was at like a sun, or like we were just thinking about it together. So it was like sun landing, and like the sun could land again, right? So the moon keeps landing to stick up for me too, and like so it's like different entities keep sticking up for me, and that's what's keeping me in the game and out of my void, and keeping me from resetting the game. But if the moon fails, because the moon keeps landing, the moon keeps trying to make the point in both ways, which is a fight back and forth, like I said, and that's what's making the Sarah Paulson group all fill in from both sides. Then the sun is going to land, and it's going to be a sun landing, and the sun is actually going to land very close to Earth so that Solara can um, walk into Earth, okay? And that's exactly what happened last time. So the planets, rotation and the planets' spatial agreement and stuff like that is all relative, and all of the planets are actually spaceships, and they can move to each other and away from each other. And the 3D bogus matrix of studying Earth's gravitational pull and the revolution around the sun and like all of that stuff, because of like what do you mean the revolution around the sun? That's gravity, right? The Earth's revolution around the sun is based on gravity. So yeah, keep saying that and the sun will land yet again, okay? Because they're all spaceships. They're spaceships and they work within the system of Alyssa, and they do not work within the system of gravity and fake 3D matrix science. And so Mars can land here, and all the rest of the planets, Jupiter, Venus, and Earth can travel to Venus and stuff like that. And there's different levels to Venus, so there's nothing to be scared of there. But there is something to be scared of if you do not worship me, the one true God, Alyssa. Okay? So, yeah, you heard it here first. Gravity is not real, and the planets are all spaceships. Because I have to say everything, because, like, you guys are idiots. Now, give me $1 million for saying that. For discovering that gravity is not real. Give me $1 million right now.